side has lost several positions. He started 7th and is back to 13th. Russell and Bruce are running in the same position in which they started. 19 cars currently on the lead lap.
The 72 car, Mark Grosskreutz, he realizes all he has to do to win the Winston Challenge money is just keep the 74, that yellow car, behind him. That's all he has to do. But it's going to be a pretty tough job.
Real tough job, especially when we get down to the closing laps if they're running this closely. Now Trimmer closing in on the back of Mark. 55 laps completed, 20 to go to the halfway point. There's Sweatman and Trickle going at it. They're back there in 8th and 9th position. And both of them are closing in on the 4 cars that we've been following. That include Trimmer and Grosskreutz. It's like the rear panel on Sweatman's car there on the right side is flapping in the breeze.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, here's a battle for 2nd position. Terry Henry is in the black 33, and that is our old surfing dude, Sean Monroe.
3rd spot, and you know, the first race we did, December the 1st, Terry Henry qualified very well in his 33 car, and he and Sean Monroe made contact on the 1st lap, and Terry Henry crashed. And the ironic thing about that is, then Chris Trickle is spun.
Off of turn number 4, he's down in the grass, off the racetrack, but the caution flag is coming out. Trickle going again, but on lap 60, 15 from the halfway point, the caution comes out once again. Our 5th caution of the afternoon. So you see the pace car there in front of our in-car camera, carried by Trickle. Pace car picking up the leader of the race, Greg Biffle. These laps are counting here, but we'll have more green flag racing before the halfway point, and we'll be back for that in just a moment.
Tired of dodging flying chips and debris when you strip old paint? And just look at that mess! Introducing the Multi-Stripper with the patented debris control system. Now turn any drill you own into a stripping powerhouse. Thousands and thousands of fingers per minute literally chewing up paint, erasing layer after ugly old layer in no time, and without all that mess. Stop, there's a screw. No problem. The Multi-Stripper flies by without a hitch. Let's face it, stripping paint the old-fashioned way is hard. Forget your torn-up sanding disc. And why faint every time you strip paint with chemicals that leave a toxic mess? The Multi-Stripper's solid steel fingers are gentle enough to remove baked-on paint from this delicate window without shattering the glass, yet powerful enough to erase thick, ugly rust in seconds with no effort and no mess. Watch the Multi-Stripper work on this expensive, fine furniture without damaging the valuable wood underneath. It's perfect for all your refinishing jobs. Door frames, siding, louvers, or baseboards, nothing strips paint better than the Multi-Stripper. Restore old lawn furniture, a crusty barbecue grill, that tired old swing set to like new in minutes and save hundreds. It even removes stubborn grass cakes from under your lawnmower. Use it on boats, cars, RVs, and campers, aluminum, steel, fiberglass, or wood. And during this special TV-only offer, you can get the Multi-Stripper with the patented debris control system for just $19.95. But we're not finished yet. You'll also get the revolutionary Mighty Disc that cuts like a blade and grinds like a wheel. It's ideal for tool sharpening, perfect for home or shop. You get both the Multi-Stripper and Mighty Disc for one low price of $19.95. Call now.
For fastest delivery, credit card customers call 1-800-424-9779 to order the Multi-Stripper for just $19.95 and receive the Mighty Disc free, or send check or money order to this address. This is an exclusive TV-only offer, so call 1-800-424-9779 now.
Back at Tucson Raceway Park, we're riding with Chris Trickle, who has brought out our 5th caution of the afternoon. We saw him pass the pace car just before we went to break. And no, they didn't allow him to get away with that. He has been stopped and back now 1 lap down. Here it is from the tether cam at the top of your screen. You can see he just ran out of racetrack down low.
Yeah, he was on the inside of Tom Switman in the 71 car and tried to Come off the corner, and around he went. We'll take a look from the onboard camera of Chris Trickle, the Star Nursery camera, and there's a tire rolling down the racetrack. And we can see around he went. Wilbur Bruce, I think, has lost a left rear tire.
Wow, there he is headed for the pit area, but the tire is not on the car.
Now, how in the world? Look out, there goes the tire.
It has rolled down to the safety station located in turn number 2. Didn't hit anybody, so that's okay, but that's kind of an unusual thing to happen, huh?
This far into the race, we're 65 laps into the race, and I can't imagine what would happen to make the tire come off at this stage, unless it broke all the lug studs or something.
Well, in any case, Bruce is back in the pit area. He's from Tacoma, Washington, and finished 9th in the second Winston Challenge race. Yeah, there's the tire that came off of his car. Well, we should be going green here in just a few minutes as they go to work on Wilbur's car. 65 laps completed, and don't forget that the first ever 24-hour All Sports News Network is on the air. Highlights, news and notes, the latest news conferences, and more 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you don't have ESPN News on your cable or satellite, call somebody and tell them you want it. All right.
Now, Chris Trickle is backing up now like he's going to the, I don't know, rear of the field.
Yeah. They're the top 15 for you.
So I guess they black flagged him and put him at the end of the line. Wow.
And Trickle is headed for the pit area, Benny's. We take a look and see what happened to Bruce.
There we see the tire just fell off. You picked a fine time to leave me. Loose wheel.
Oh, boy. There's Trickle going back to the pit area.
I guess he's been black flagged and told that he's got to go into the pits. So I guess he'll go back and they'll stop and...
Well, he did pass the pace car. There's no question about that. We saw it from his onboard camera. Here's the green flag. We are back to racing.
As Terry Henry on the bottom of the racetrack, Sean Monroe trying to get by some of the lap cars. The white car right in front of Henry is Tony Izzo.
Several laps down.
And there's Monroe. He's on the inside of Terry Henry.
Battle for second position, side by side. Monroe in white, Henry in black.
I don't think I ever finished the story a little bit ago that Terry Henry is Sean Monroe's crew chief.
Yep.
On his Featherlight Southwest Tour car.
Now Henry has the second spot, and Monroe back to third. Let's go down to Bill Weber.
And both those guys you're talking about, Benny, are good friends. They both worked hard on those cars, getting them ready for this race, and they both have had conversations with Craftsman Truck Series champion Ron Hornaday. Of course, Monroe very close to Hornaday, Henry as well. They both talked about not only strategy in the race, but strategy as far as the points are concerned, because Monroe does have a shot at winning this Winston Challenge here, this 3-race series.
Indeed, he does. He's only 20 points coming into this race out of the lead, so he is definitely a contender. But he cannot get around Henry for second position, at least has not yet, and we're very, very close to the halfway point. 2 more laps till we see the caution flag come out.
Yeah. Whoa, almost some contact between Izzo and Terry Henry.
Here's Monroe working the inside off the corner. 74 laps are completed. And they are dead even all the way around the racetrack. There's Biffle. He has the lead. And the caution flag comes out.
Contact between the two.
And Monroe gets the spot. The yellow flag is out. 75 laps are completed. When they come around and complete lap number 76, they'll get the red flag. And there's some contact between Henry and Monroe.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, Terry Henry's car is pretty well banged up.
Yeah, it sure is. He did not come out ahead on that deal. Considerable damage on the right front of that car. All right, let's take a look at it once again to see what happened after the caution had come out. And Monroe came up on, or rather, Henry came up on Monroe.
The caution flag is out right now. They're not racing. They're simply, there we see He goes up and, boom. I guess he was trying to spin Sean Monroe out.
I don't know.
And didn't quite do it, but he did do some pretty serious damage to the right rear of his car.
From the tether cam there, you can see it almost tore Sean's back bumper off, and it did do considerable damage to the right front of Terry Henry's car. The red out, 76 laps completed. Bill Weber will go to work here in just a moment when we come back to the third and final race of the Winston Challenge Series, the Super Late Models from Tucson.
This is the tape you have to have. Raw Productions presents Open Wheel Racing's greatest hits of the Wild Wild West. Over 250 high-flying flips. Feel the thunder as sprint cars, midgets, and others careen into your living room. This is the best highlight tape ever made. 2 hours of outrageous motorized mayhem. Order now for prompt delivery. Call 1-800-660-FLIP. Use your Visa or MasterCard or send $19.95 plus $5 shipping and handling to the address you see on the screen.
For years, ESPN has been working to improve sports for the fan.
This innovative device gives a new perspective while adding just 26 pounds to a basketball. The Bruins from UCLA tossed it around.
Too cumbersome for lively play, the ball cam eventually led to a breakthrough in coverage for all sports. ESPN Net Sports Zone. With Dick Vitale's column, game flow charts, everything you need to be a better fan. ESPN Net Sports Zone. Technology for you.
How much NBA action can you pack into 1/2 hour? How much can you handle? NBA Tonight, the ultimate half-hour wrap-up of the day that was in the NBA. Tuesday through Saturday at midnight, only on ESPN2.
The excitement and the action here at Tucson Raceway Park switches from the racetrack itself back to the pit area because we're at the halfway point of this last race of the Winston Challenge Series. Here's Bill
with Greg Biffle, who sits in his car. Great race, but you're stinking up the TV broadcast, man.
Yeah, I'm probably not getting a lot of coverage right now. I'm probably off the screen, so.
Well, maybe if something like a plug wire comes off, then you'd be close. Oh, that happened, didn't it?
Yeah, about the last 10 laps, I called in my crew in that last restart. Boy, I don't know what it is with me and plug wires this year, but we got a plug wire that came off, and the car runs pretty strong on 7-2, you know, so.
Doesn't run too good on water, though, does it, Greg?
No, it doesn't run good on water at all. I had no practice at all, you know, that really sucks, but we were able to get in the 14s here today, so that makes me real happy. Huh?
What do you need for the second half?
I need my crew chief, Roger, to give me the same set of tires he did for the first half. I want to say hi to everybody at home. We just got ESPN2 this week, so howdy, everybody.
And it's about time. Good luck in the second half. That's Greg Biffle. He's leading and the defending champ in the Winston Challenge Series. Now, right next door is Terry Henry, and we'll walk on up here and see if we can't talk to him. They're fueling these cars, changing tires. Terry talking to a member of his crew. He's got some heavy front-end damage. We'll lean in here for a second. What happened there between you and Monroe?
Well, you know, it's just lap 75, and down there in 3 and 4, he kind of about put me up in the fence coming off, so, you know, it's not lap 150 yet. We're not going to win it here, and we're just all trying to ride. I figured, you know, he'd ride behind me again, but, you know, he kind of got me pinched off over there, so I just let him know that, you know, that I was there, you know, but,
you know, had a good car in the first half, too, Terry.
Yeah, we're not bad right now. We're a little bit off still. We're still chasing it, but like I said, we're just trying to ride there the first 75. This is what's going to win it now, the last 75.
How about the damage? Just superficial?
It's just nothing minor. Just a little duct tape up there will fix that.
Okay, no style points, but Terry Henry's looking forward to the second half. 75 laps left to go here in Tucson. Now, just 2 cars down is Sean Monroe, and we'll see if we can't walk down here and get his view of what happened. Now, remember, these guys are basically teammates because Monroe drives for Terry Henry, who's his crew chief. And we talked about them, how they had some strategy coming in here, especially if it got down to the points. Monroe's still sitting in the car, about to take off his helmet, and we'll lean in here for just a second. A good first half for you, but some frightening moments there, perhaps, in the closing lap.
Oh, I don't know about frightening. You know, Terry Henry's a great driver, right? He's driving hard. I don't know, maybe he thinks it's my fault. I don't think so. I think it's racing. You know, I love Terry. He's my crew chief, but you know, I come out here to drive hard, have fun. That's what I'm here to do. So we're going to go out here and do the best. I just want to thank all my sponsors. Everybody's come through. You know, Winston Racing Series putting on this deal is a great deal. So we had fun. We got to see the boss this last week. So I know he's working hard. I love you, boss. Take it easy, and we'll see you hopefully at the end of this deal.
Well, I just talked to Terry. I don't think he's mad at you. I know he is.
Well, you know, Terry needs to straighten up then, Big Daddy. You know, it's been a while since he's gotten a car, so he's my crew chief, man. Racing's racing. I don't take nothing personal winning a race car. He's here to win. I'm here to win. So, you know, when it's all said and done, if he won, I'd go up and shake his hand. You know, he's my good friend, my crew chief, and when this deal's over, we're still going to be buddies, so that's the way it goes.
And you've got a shot at winning the championship here, obviously, Sean.
Well, you know, we're working hard for that. I got a lot of great sponsors. The kid, Jimmy Benton, that owns this race car, is a good guy, gave it to me, so this is one of old Horner days, so we're going to make it stay to the front for the boss and Victory Circle and everybody involved.
Okay, Hornaday watching at home, no doubt. A lot of activity going on here back in the garage. We'll talk to some more of these guys in just a second. Let's go back up to the top.
Not a great deal to show you in terms of the mid-race recap because there was only one leader, and that was Greg Biffle. From the pole position, he took off and has led every lap so far, all 76 laps that have been completed.
I told him not to stink this show up. I told him that, don't you go out and lead all these laps and run away from the field. And you can tell he listens to every word I say.
There were 5 caution periods during that first half of the race for 29 laps. So Greg Biffle looking good here in the first half, but we've got 75 more laps to go in the Winston Challenge Series. Beautiful, bright, sunny day in Tucson. We'll be right back.
Every year, over 1 million accidents occur in bad weather, mostly because drivers just couldn't see. Don't you become a statistic because you couldn't see in bad weather. Use Rainx, the glass treatment used by professionals to see clearly in the worst kinds of weather. Apply Rainx to windshield, side and rear view windows, mirrors and lights. Just look at the clarity of the Rainx treated driver's side. What a difference. If you call right now and order the Rainx Winter Driving Survival Kit, we'll send you a year's supply of Rainx. And as a special bonus, we'll include the new all-season Rainx Plus windshield washer additive that makes a full 8 gallons for no extra charge. All this for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Don't wait for bad weather to hit. Order your Rainx today. Credit card customers call toll-free the number shown to order the Rainx Winter Survival Kit for just $19.95 plus shipping and handling. Or send check or money order for $19.95 plus shipping and handling to the address shown. Call the toll-free number now.
Welcome back to Tucson, and if points were awarded right now here at the halfway break, Mark Grosskreutz would be the Winston Challenge champion for 1996-97. Sean Monroe at this point is 5 points behind, and Carl Trimmer has dropped to 3rd in the points. But of course, we've got another half of the race to go. We go back down to Bill Weber.
And I'm here with Rick Trimmer, who is Carl's son, crew chief, car owner, and sponsor. I don't know which of those is more important. Right now, it's crew chief. Got a little damage on the left side. How are you running?
Well, we're running okay. The car was a little bit loose that first half. The traffic's just horrible out there. Nobody's giving an inch, and we aren't either. But we're looking real good for the second half. We got everything set for the second half and not the first half. But hopefully all these squirrels are going to get out of the front and let us get to the front.
Are you racing the race? Is Carl racing the race, or is he racing the 72 car for the championship?
No, we're racing the race. We don't worry about the 72 car. If he does it, well, good for him. And we're going to win this thing, though, so we don't have to worry about him. We're going to win it.
Changes here at halftime?
Yeah, we took some stagger out of the back end. We did some discussion about if we're going to put a turn in, and we decided not to. So we're just dealing with stagger right now. Give the old man a little bit of water, give him some fresh air to breathe, and I think we're ready to go back out there. And all you guys that are 57 and older, do a deep knee bend for the old man right now, okay?
Okay, thanks, Rick. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Bob.
Now, that's Rick Trimmer, Carl's son, who's also the crew chief and actually owns the car and is the sponsor for Carl Trimmer. Now, right down here is Mark Grosskreutz, who is parked just down here, just a few spots away from Carl Trimmer, and they are tied for the lead in the points coming in here. He's got some of his crew guys working on his car, a NASCAR official leaning in the window. And we're going to have to lean in here in just a second, but right now they're talking to NASCAR. Mark's actually going to drop the window net for us. Well, it doesn't mean anything, but if it ended now, you'd be the champ. But that's pretty lame, isn't it?
It's not over till it's over. Is it having a good show?
Yeah, we're watching back in the pack. The leader's kind of gone. But what about you? I talked about how you were really confident, not cocky, but confident this morning. You thought you'd have a good qualifying run, and now you got to come through the pack.
Yeah, we kind of choked on the qualifying, but it seems to be working. We got the yellow car behind us. Got to thank Wide World of Maps and Leon Egger and Sunoco Fuel for getting us here.
There are quite a few guys that mathematically could win this, but coming in a two-horse race, you racing everybody, or you got an eye on that 74?
I got an eye on the leader.
The race leader?
The race.
I can't even see him. Can you see him?
Once in a while.
Okay, well, good. What changes made here at halftime, Mark?
We just loosened it up a little bit and try to go to the front.
You gonna get there?
Who knows?
Okay, Mark Grosskreutz, he's ready to get back on the track, guys. A lot of work going on back here, but he sits patiently in his car. If it ended now, he'd be the champ, but we got 75 laps left to go, Bob.
Indeed, and before we came on the air, we had the Grand American Modifieds in competition, and our congratulations to John Sweeney. Well, last week, the winner was hugging the trophy girl, and this time they're only doing high fives. What's going on here, Benny?
No, they had some kind of act going on there. That was really a good act. I'd like to see the whole deal there. John Sweeney, Brian Gardner, Tim Bell, Rick Ellison, and B.J. Penrod. Congratulations, everyone.
That was the NASCAR Grand American Modifieds. Bill, who you got now back there?
Well, we're sitting back here with Dennis Fetter, and I talked to him this morning. I called him the quiet guy in this points race. Good race for you, 6th and 5th place in the first two races. Today, you're right up there.
Well, I couldn't hear you. I have no idea what you said, but, boy, we're just having a terrible time out there in traffic. We're just not getting any breaks, and some of the slower cars are just messing me up, so hopefully we can get them all back and go back up where we belong, up front.
Okay, that's Dennis Fetter, and I'll tell you guys something else. A lot of the comments down here off camera and during the break really concern the traffic, how it really has been a huge factor in the first half and could be an even bigger one here in the second half, Bob.
Indeed it could, and we're just a few minutes away from the cars going back out on the racetrack and the continuation of this final race of the Winston Challenge Series. We'll take another break and be back in just a moment.
Teaching children to save is a good idea. But next time, put that dollar in here and buy your child life insurance from Guarantee Trust Life Insurance Company. Call now for your free Great Start Kit. Just $1 buys your child life insurance for 3 months. Your child is insured and you're protected financially. $1 for 3 months. Then just $20 a year, so you'll have financial peace of mind. In spite of tougher gun laws, drunk driving laws, safety precautions, and medical advancements, the unthinkable still happens. $20 a year to age 26, when your child can convert the policy and continue the protection for life. So put that dollar where it counts. Count on Guarantee Trust to start building financial security for your whole family. Call for your no-obligation Great Start Kit today.
Call 1-800-332-1800. That's 1-800-332-1800.
Tomorrow on ESPN, it's Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, and what a game we have. 4th-rated Iowa State and Dedrick Willoughby travel to top-rated Kansas to face Jacques Vaughn and Paul Pierce. Georgetown against number 23 Boston College starts it off at 7:30. Iowa State in Kansas at 9:30, and Rice against Tulsa at midnight. Big Monday presented by Bud Light over on ESPN. Here's Bill Weber.
Okay, well, we were going to talk to Tom Sweatman, but right now these cars are rolling back out on the track, so we'll let him go by and see if we can't get out of here without getting run over.
Tried to do that real hard. There's Trimmer with a little bit of damage on the left side of that car. Here comes Sweatman out. Several cars are already on the racetrack. There's Tom. And I guess we should pass along our congratulations to the Green Bay Packers, huh, BP?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Packers beat the Carolina Panthers today, 30-13, and congratulations to the Carolina Panthers. They had a terrific year in 1996. Hopefully 1997 will be better, but today the Pack is going to the Super Bowl.
Several drivers that are competing here today have competed in the previous 4 winter heat races that we have televised for you. Races 1 and 3, of course, Winston Challenge races, and 2 and 4 were the Featherlight Southwest Tour events, Grosskreutz, Monroe, and Trickle. The 3 drivers who have participated in all of those, and there you see their finishing positions.
Well, Bill Weber couldn't talk to Tom Sweatman, but I can because I have a radio.
There you go.
Hey, Tom, this is Benny Parsons up ESPN. You read me?
Yeah, go ahead there, Vinny.
How's the Cosmopolis Flash doing?
Well, I had a ignition box go out there on that restart, and I fell way back, but got the boxes switched, and she's running all right now. You know, we got a whole nother half.
You came down with number 11, but one of the local fellows had 11. Is that why you're running 71 today?
Yeah, I guess that's it. And, oh, well, maybe we'll have a little better luck with this number, we think.
Well, we hope so. Good luck to you.
Yeah, I need that. See you at the end.
All right, Tommy.
Good guy. You know, that's one of the things that's most enjoyable about this winter heat series that we do, coming out in here and getting to meet some of the drivers that we never get a chance to during the rest of the year. And I would say that every one of them just great guys.
It is really neat. This is the greatest thing in the world. Come down and see 54 drivers that dream of being the next Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon.
Okay, Bill Weber back in the pit area.
Yeah, just a thought. I talked to Tom Sweatman before this race began out on the grid, and we talked about his number. And I said, have you ever been number 71 before? He said, well, I think I finished 71st once, if that counts. But his number in high school was 70, but he was really kind of happy he had to give up the number 11 because he really feels he's had a lot of bad luck in the first two races, and it wasn't lucky 11. It was unlucky 11, like maybe a craps table in Vegas would be unlucky. But he's number 71 today. He's finished 17th in the first two winter heat races, so they transposed that number. So maybe it will be good luck, and maybe it won't. We'll see.
Maybe an omen. Who knows?
This numerology thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's see if Greg Biffle, see what he's got to allow. Hey, Greg, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Yeah, Benny, gotcha.
You got a break there with that plug wire coming off right near the middle part of the race.
Yeah, it was more toward the end. I think it was about, well, at the end of the first half, yeah, middle of the race. About 10 to go, it kind of died off a little bit, and I thought, oh, no, I think my day's done. I thought it was a motor, but no, just a plug wire.
Well, it looks like the Ford, this is the second time you've run the Ford, and it looks like it's flawless today.
Yeah, this is the second time in my life I've ever driven a Ford, and hopefully we'll get maybe somebody in Ford's attention there, and maybe get a little bit of help from them, huh?
Okay, we'll make a call to Dearborn for you.
Hey, 10-4, Benny. We'll be behind everybody back home, and thanks Steel Trucking and our whole town that's got you.
We'll be right back to Tucson.
Once in a while, if you're lucky, you get to see this. Watch and wait long enough, you may catch something like this. But why wait for one fabulous follow-up when you could have bunches of crunches? Hot on the heels of Choice Mart's Smash Hit Sports Video Series comes the amazing Sports Video Collection. All new and only from Choice Mart. 5 tapes, hours of entertainment, just $19.95. This offer is not available in stores. Call now. Look, these are some bone-crunching, hair-raising, side-splitting bloopers most never before seen on TV. They'll make you laugh and make you cringe. This is the ultimate collection of sports bloopers. They'll entertain you for years to come. Watch raging cattle turn cowboys into hamburgers. Gotta hurt. Gotta love it. There's motocross madness. That's painfully funny. But this guy's not laughing. You'll be rewinding to see it again. Bam! Witness the pandemonium. 5 different videos, hours of gut-wrenching, entertaining bloopers from all your favorite sports. They even poke good-natured fun at some of your favorite athletes, like Deion Sanders and Sir Charles Barkley. For just $19.95, you'll get amazing hits, KOs, and crunches, funniest basketball bloopers, funniest sports bloopers, the lighter side of sports, and the amazing Superstar Sports Quiz so you can challenge friends at your next sports get-together. And see classic footage of your favorite heroes in action, like Jolton Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. Every scene is handpicked by Choice Mart, so it's right on the mark. Right for you, right for the sports fan on your gift list. Race to the phones and take advantage of this exclusive TV offer and order your 5 hard-hitting videos for only $19.95. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't wait. You'll only be hurting yourself.
Call 1-800-732-0800 now to get the amazing sports video collection for you or your favorite sports fan. 5 incredible videos for one low price of $19.95 plus $4.95 shipping. That's a $75 retail value and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now 1-800-732-0800.
Winter heat here on ESPN2. One more race to go next weekend, and it was anything but hot here last Monday and Tuesday. The Santa Catalina Mountains had a whole bunch of snow on them. And in fact, it snowed in downtown Tucson. Here's a look at the mountains.
Wow.
And even here at the racetrack, there were 3 inches of snow on this track last Monday and Tuesday. Green flag is out. We are back to racing in the second 75-lap segment. Well, Henry and Sean Monroe are back at it. They're side by side in 4, and Henry gets the spot back.
He definitely pulled a slide job that time, and Sweatman tried to pull a slide job. And Grosskreutz and Sweatman makes some contact down in the corner.
Boy, Grosskreutz is going to have to avoid anything like that. He's in contention for the championship and wants to get to the front, but he's going to have to be very careful because that could have been disastrous.
Man, oh man, and there goes Trimmer. He's on the inside of Sweatman. He takes a spot away. Here comes Dennis Better.
Something's wrong with Sweatman's car. It is just not performing up to snuff.
And meanwhile, they're about 3 abreast back in the Aaron Newport in the white 15 on the bottom.
Newport and Banghart and Sewell are back there along with Sean Woodside and John Borneman.
75 is Jim Waters.
Whoa, there's some contact.
And, almost had a crash.
That was Banghart who got sideways but saved it, lost a couple of positions. Well, speaking of contact, let's go back and take a look at that contact between Grosskreutz and Trimmer.
Grosskreutz and Sweatman.
Yeah.
Ooh, very, very close.
And Trimmer was right there in the 74 and Vetter in the 14. Well, it is still Biffle setting the pace. Henry clearly in second. There is Carl Trimmer, who now is in 6th.
And there we see Grosskreutz trying to get by Charles Utz. That's Utz in the red and white 66.
And we haven't
in 4th spot.
We haven't talked much about Charles Utz, but he has looked very, very good running 4th.
And right on the back bumper of Sean Monroe in the 48 car.
Utz from Camarillo, California, ran street stocks in 95 at Mesa Marin, moved to late models in 96, finished 4th in the final point standings at Mesa Marin in the 96 racing season.
And his wife is one of his crewmen. She's the person that does the stagger on his car.
Trimmer now on the bottom of the racetrack.
Not able to make a move on Grosskreutz. Meanwhile, here comes Sweatman making a move on Trimmer.
Sweatman low, Trimmer high. They come out of the corner side by side. Into 3, Trimmer gets the position back, but Sweatman is not doing too bad there on the low side. And here's the field summary.
And right now, Carl Trimmer's car is not up to snuff. It may get better as the race wears on. Meanwhile, Grosskreutz had another look on the inside of Charles Utz. He does it again.
Boy, Grosskreutz took that car to the very bottom of the racetrack, tried to do the slide job if we were on dirt. And it looks like, I thought he was going to get the 3rd position, but, or 4th position, I should say.
And look at Monroe right there in front of him. Grosskreutz, he's hung on the bottom of the racetrack right now. He's going to have to pass them both, and he is. Monroe's car is just not running very well, and Grosskreutz is going to get both of them.
How about that? Mark Grosskreutz moves to 3rd position, but here comes Trimmer. And we've been told that the engine is missing on Sean's number 48. That's the reason that he's...
Oh, and Vetter about spun out as he tried to get by Sean Monroe.
About spun out twice, as a matter of fact.
And Jim Waters drives up on the outside of Vetter. Does Dennis know he's there? That's the white cars. 4 white cars in a row. That's in the 14 car, yes.
Yeah. But Sean Monroe is seeing his chances of winning the Winston Challenge Championship go by the wayside because of a missing engine.
Meanwhile, here comes John Sewell. Aaron Newport goes by in the 15. John Sewell goes by the 99.
Well, Monroe is in deep, deep trouble here.
Yes, he is. Too bad.
There's Izzo and Borneman. Remember, Izzo is not on the lead lap. John.
Oh, some crash. There's Izzo again.
And Sean Sean Monroe is involved. And now we have two cars at the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, my goodness.
And a car hard into the tires that protect a light standard at the backstretch.
That was John Baker in the 18 car. And he hit that tire and was shot straight up in the air.
The 17 is Ivan Russell. He's also involved, but he did not make nearly as hard a contact with the tires as Baker did.
Man.
That was a very, very hard hit that John Baker took. Sean Monroe, meanwhile, his car spun and is at the top of the racetrack, right at the entrance to the pit area.
Sean Monroe had a problem earlier, I think in race 1, with a dead battery. I wonder if that could be the same problem again this time. Because it does look like his car is running now.
Well, he's going back to the garage area, or the pit area, it looks like. Let's take a look at it once again.
There we see Izzo and Sean Monroe make contact. They go around. Woodside goes by. Here comes the 18, the white car, and there's Ivan Russell in the 17.
And just to the left of the screen, Benny, outside of our range of camera, we cannot see the contact that Baker and Russell had with that with those tires. Maybe we can from this angle.
Here we're going to see the contact between Izzo and Monroe. Round they go. And the camera, if it swings now just to the left, camera, come on, camera, swing left. No, it didn't do it. There we go.
Oh, there they are. There they are.
Watch the white car, folks.
There you go.
Yes.
Wow. And from a third angle, we show you what happened.
There's the spin. Sean Woodside, the 45 goes by. The 1 of Jerry Gay. Here we go. There's the 18 of Russell and Baker.
There's the contact, yeah. And we've got even another angle to show you.
This is probably going to be the best one.
Or the worst.
Or the worst, yeah.
Whichever.
In John Baker's situation, the worst. Okay, here we go. The white car gets turned and directly into the tire.
Hit the tire head on,
yes.
And the car up off the ground and comes back down. And there is Sean Monroe, who's out of the car, Bill.
And obviously a very disappointed something in the motor.
Yeah, you know, like we broke a rock arm or a valve spring or something. But hey, you know what? LTR makes some great horsepower. We were running. We let Terry Henry go there, you know. He needs the TV time. That's what happens when you look like that. But, you know, I really hope Terry wins. I hope somebody goes out there and beats Biffle. I guess best luck to Grosskreutz and those guys. But, you know, all my sponsors did a great job. This isn't our car. We had a great time running it. I did a lot better than we thought we might do in this thing. So for Victory Circle, SMP, Search, Stick Only, all my rear end sponsors, and especially for Horn, I just want to say thanks for everything, boss. We had a good time, and, you know, won't be as entertaining now that I'm in the race, but...
Still trying to put something together full-time for 97, though.
Yeah, it looks like we'll maybe announce a couple sponsors here at Homestead when we go start the first All-Pro race. We put together some really good deals, and we're looking for anyone else that maybe want to comes aboard, but we secured a couple really good sponsors. I'm really happy about it, and all the old guys will steal me on the car, so we appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Benny, you're the greatest. ESPN2 rules. Later, baby.
What did he say?
I don't know.
So Sean Monroe out of the race. There's the car of John Baker. It's off the racetrack, and there's Ivan Russell. So it won't be too much longer before we'll be back to racing.
Are you ready for more action, more danger, more impact? Well, your wait is over. The hottest, most intense, extreme Crash Impact of Crash Impact 2. 70 minutes of explosive, heart-stopping crash action. You have to see to believe. All new crashes from Superbikes, Harley Series, drag racing, stock cars, sprint cars, Supercross, Indy cars, flat track, and more. All jam-packed on 2 tapes for only $19.95. Order now and get absolutely free. The new Extreme Sports Virtual Reality, featuring insane extreme sports from around the world like you've never seen before. You'll get the all-new Crash Impact 2, plus the Extreme Sports Video free. 3 tapes that'll blow you away. Guaranteed or your money back.
To order, call 1-800-997-2992. That's 1-800-997-2992. Or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Tuesday on ESPN2, intra-conference races heat up. First at 7, Villanova's dominating front line, led by standout Frosh Tim Thomas, tangles with high-scoring Pat Garrity and the Irish. Then at 9, it bombs away as Edgar Padilla, Carmelo Travieso, and the Minutemen try to outgun Atlantic 10 rival St. Bonaventure. Villanova versus Notre Dame at 7, UMass versus St. Bonaventure at 9, Tuesday, only on ESPN2.
1 lap to go, and we'll be back to racing in the NASCAR Winter Heat Series and the Winston Challenge. Here is a look at what happened up in turn number 2.
Ever see the contact? Sean Monroe on the outside, the 48. Tony Izzo, the 3. Now there goes the 18 of John Becker. No, I'm sorry. Here comes John Becker in the 18. He's going to make contact with Ivan Russell of 17 and into one of those big tires up in the air, and the car just stops immediately.
Everybody is okay. Everybody okay. No injuries. And here's the green flag. Back to racing, and Trimmer and Grosskreutz are side by side into the corner, and so is Henry and Biffle.
There goes Trimmer, Grosskreutz. How did Trimmer do that? How'd he get up there?
Well, he's in 3rd place. Trimmer up to 3rd spot, and now he is in command of the $5,000 that goes to the Winston Challenge champion.
Meanwhile, Tom Sweatman in the 71 trying to get by Charles Utz. There they are, side by side.
Trimmer, Grosskreutz, Utz, Sweatman, then Trimmer, then Sewell. Biffle has taken off into the lead once again and is well in command of the race. The battle is behind him.
And once again, Grosskreutz poses up right on the back bumper. Trimmer.
105 laps completed, 45 to go in this one.
There we see Grosskreutz going to the bottom of the racetrack.
Trying to get that 3rd spot. Can't do it. Trimmer hangs on to it.
This racetrack, if you just first time you've seen Tucson Raceway Park, it's a multi-bank. The bottom is 6 degrees. The middle of the racetrack is banked 9 degrees. And the top is banked 12 degrees. So that's why the cars run on the very top. Here comes Tom Sweatman, the 71, once again on that 6-degree banking, trying to get by us. Meanwhile, John Sewell in the 99 car is marching towards the front.
He's making his presence known. Well, how did Carl Trimmer get up to 3rd position? Let's go back to the restart and find out how it all happened. He isn't even in the shot. There he is, back in 5th position, and all of a sudden, to the inside of the track, he's got the left side clear down below the line.
And he gets alongside Grosskreutz and has position and goes by him.
Here's Sweatman.
Dennis Fetter in the 14 and John Sewell, 99. Fetter and the 99 cars, they run here all the time, so they're used to competing with each other. The 75 car, driven by Jim Waters, runs here with George Banghart driving it.
And then that's Boardman back there in the yellow car. Well, we're glad that Bill Weber is able to talk to John Baker, who had that heavy contact out there in 2.
And I know you're not happy, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. I got a pretty good little bang there, but I think I'm all right.
Obviously, the hole closed up on you in a hurry out there.
Yeah, it's the same old deal. Everybody gets a little excited, and this guy over in his car next to us here has been pushing on me all day, and just 2 or 3 other times I got turned around, and just one of those deals. I'm not very happy about it, but what can you do? So,
okay, that's John Baker. He's done for today.
John Baker, a regular here at Tucson Raceway Park. 4 wins at this facility last year. 42-year-old driver. All right, good battle here. Fetter, Sewell, Waters, and Boardman. Boardman heading for the bottom of the track in that 81 car.
Just a couple of laps ago, coming off turn 2, the 99 car of John Sewell gets right in the back of Fetter. As a matter of fact, ran over the left rear tire and almost got off his right front off the ground. Watch this, Bob. We have this in replay. Watch as he goes up, climbs over that left rear tire.
Whoa.
Wow.
Man.
He's getting a piggyback ride there, wasn't he?
No kidding. John Sewell has finished 19th and 16th in the previous 2 Winston Challenge races. A good battle just ahead of Sewell, Fetter, and now Charles Utz, as Sweatman has been able to get around Utz.
Yes, and drive away.
Meanwhile, there is the battle for the championship. The yellow and the red cars. The 33 is Henry. He's in second spot. And Trimmer and Grosskreutz both moving in on him. And the situation is, whoever finishes best out of the 2 there, Grosskreutz or Trimmer is going to win the championship.
And right now, I think Terry Henry is a little bit slower than these 2 cars, and Trimmer has to pick out which direction he wants to go. If he chooses the wrong direction, Grosskreutz may be able to get by. Meanwhile, Grosskreutz is trying the bottom. If Terry Henry will slow the 74 car down just a little bit, it might be enough for Grosskreutz to get by.
Oh, there's contact, and Grosskreutz is sideways. And Trimmer was pointing his finger at him out the window. Oh, we have a spin here off of 4. David Pook sideways and spinning to a stop just before the start-finish line. And on the 121st lap, the caution flag is out once again. So, the championship is still very much in question. Greg Biffle is the leader of the race, but it's a battle between Trimmer and Grosskreutz for the championship.
I don't like making toys.
What?
I want to be a super modified shovel racer.
An elf can't be a super modified shovel racer.
Oh, yeah? Just watch me.
The Winter X Games are coming to town, presented by Volkswagen. Saab gives you 4. BMW gives you 4. Volvo gives you 4. But Volkswagen gives you a 10-year limited powertrain warranty, which means you'll still be covered when he's old enough to drive it. Scary, isn't it? On the road of life, there are passengers, and there are drivers.
Guess who's back?
Wait till I tell the guys I had you in my cab.
First of all, you never had me. And if you did have me, it wouldn't be in a cab. He's in love.
I don't believe in casual sex.
It won't be casual. I'll keep my tie up. He's a player. I'm going to run along. I don't want to see what gravity has done to you. He's a thoughtful guest. Scratch my back. That's the spot. Oh, honey, oh, I'm married. Rodney Dangerfield. Well, what happened? Your husband come home? Meet Wally Sparks. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 31st.
Welcome back to Tucson Raceway Park, the 5th of 6 winter heat races. This is the last race of the Winston Challenge Series. Let's take a look at this replay in which there was contact between Grosskreutz and Trimmer.
There we go, the 72 Grosskreutz go in, and Grosskreutz almost spins that little contact to come off the corner. Trimmer starts shaking his fist and says, "Hey, you whippersnapper, you quit doing that. Respect your elders, boy."
Had the old finger and hand out the side of the car, shaking his fist at him. Well,
meanwhile, here we go.
There's probably a lot more of that to come as the green flag waves back to racing. And look at Trimmer. Look at Trimmer.
Get by Terry Henry.
Trimmer now up to second. Grosskreutz and Henry battle for third, wheel to wheel. Well, the old KG veteran Trimmer is showing his stuff here.
And Grosskreutz is back in the second spot, and here comes Tom Sweat.
Oh, a big crash over on the backstretch. Borneman over on his top. John Borneman III is upside down after contact with the 44 car of Tim Sanderson. And Sean Woodside was also involved, along with Chris Pook and, not Chris Pook, David Pook and Wilbur Bruce.
Tim Sanderson is the 44 car.
John Borneman III. Car number 81 from Ramona, California. Was 10th in the point standings going into this race. We have a couple of different angles that will show you of how this occurred.
There we see Sweatman. He's going on the inside of Terry Henry. And meantime, behind, the cars are 3 abreast, and there Sanderson spins in the 44th. Borneman goes up, makes contact with the wall. Also, the 45, Sean Woodside, comes in, slight contact, and we see Borneman just roll slowly over on his roof.
And Borneman is okay. You might have heard during the replay the cheer from the crowd here, and they're saluting the fact that he's okay. Top of the screen, here it is once again. Borneman just climbs the wall, and Sanderson pushed the car on over.
Yes, he did. But again, it was a very gentle roll, and
nothing real serious, but of course you never know.
Thank goodness those roll bars, though.
You bet. And from a third angle,
we see Sweatman in the 71 car. There we go. Ooh, Sanderson spins, and there's Sean Woodside making contact with the outside retaining wall. And there we see Borneman's car up on the roof.
Okay, so everybody is all right, and that's the good news. Needless to say, we are under red because of the debris in the backstretch and the fact that the first thing on everybody's mind is safety, and the quicker you can get an ambulance and safety personnel to the scene, the better. And so they just stop the cars, and we'll sort this thing out. You know, on that last restart, Benny, we saw Carl Trimmer go to the inside, and he passed cars long before he reached the line, but I guess the rule says that as long as the green flag is waving, that's all right.
When the green flag waves, you can restart. Now then, you know, once again, the race officials have to be there. They're watching the field, and they know when the green flag is waved. And
there's Borneman.
There's Borneman. Oh, yeah. That's good. That is a good sight to see. Walking across there, walking back to the pit area.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning. He's a nice young man, and he is a good race driver, too.
You know, look, don't tear up the race car doing this. His first concern, you see that, is a race car.
Yep. Well, it's good to see him up and around. He's okay. The rollback is out there, and we got quite a cleanup here before we go back to racing at Tucson Raceway Park.
I don't like making toys.
What?
I want to be a super modified shovel racer.
An elf can't be a super modified shovel racer.
Oh, yeah? Just watch me.
The Winter X Games are coming to town, presented by Pringles.
Play Pringles Slam the Stack game. Just eat, look inside, and you can instantly win.
A what? Huh?
A grand prize extreme sports vacation in places like Snowbird, Utah.
Hey.
If you think this is hard to handle, just look at some of these other first prize gear packages you can instantly win. Play Pringles Slam the Stack. There's over 25,000 prizes, so start slamming.
They clean your house, polish your floors, shine your furniture, correct your errors, and can kill your kids. The everyday household products your kids are sniffing to get high have always been right under your nose, too. Talk to your kids about the dangers of sniffing.
The time is almost here. Join ESPN and ESPN2 as Daytona's World Center of Speed comes to life for Speed Weeks 97, 17 days, 50 hours of coverage, and 6 different divisions. Our coverage begins here on ESPN2, January 30th, with qualifying for IMSA's Rolex 24 Hours of Daytona. We'll have Winston Cup qualifying, the ARCA Supercar Series, the NASCAR Goodies Dash Race, and between the ARCA race and the Goodies Dash Race, we'll have coverage every day of what's going on in terms of practice. So be with us once again. Time's almost here to return to Daytona and bring you our extensive coverage of what happens at Speed Weeks 1997. Under red because of an accident over in corner number 2. Again, we'll take a look at it.
There we see up at the very top of your screen, right-hand side, John Borneman, the third, gets a nudge from the 44 of Sanderson and goes up on the roof of his car. But he is okay, has walked away. Once again, we'll take a look behind these fellas as the 44 comes off the corner. The 44 is going to come off the corner about right now and spin. There's a contact with Borneman. And into the wall they go. You know, actually, Sanderson, the 44 car, took a much harder lick than did Borneman.
Yep, sure did. Well, how does it feel to flip in one of these things, Bill?
The question is, John, how did that feel?
Well, it was pretty spooky, you know, getting on your head, looking down at the ground, and seeing oil and stuff running around. I was praying that another car wouldn't hit me, but I got lucky, I guess.
Can you walk us through it, what happened?
Actually, you know, it happened so fast. The car spun in front of me, I was trying to avoid it, and, you know, I really don't remember.
But like a true racer, after you got out of the ambulance and collected yourself, you went over to supervise the car to make sure, at least take a look at it.
That's the only car I got. I got to race again. I don't want to make sure I don't beat it up, you know.
You kind of did that, but you want to make sure they didn't do any more to it, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you're able to smile. We're glad you're okay. Thanks for stopping.
Thank you.
It's John Borneman, guys.
He's a top runner at Cajon Speedway in San Diego. His home track is at Willow Springs in Lancaster, California. Here in the previous two Winston Challenge races, he finished 11th and 21st and was 10th in the point standings coming into this event. But his car, severely damaged, is right now on the rollback.
I tell you what, those top 10 in the point standings are going to really have a shakeup when this deal is over because so many guys in the top 10 have had trouble today.
Yep. And we documented, of course, at the beginning of the program that the separation between those drivers 11th through 20th in the points was very close, and so they could move into the top 10. Here is how they would shake out if points were awarded right now. Trimmer would be the champion. Grosskreutz 5 points behind. So again, it's whoever finishes among those two drivers in front is going to walk off with the championship. And Bill has more on Carl Trimmer.
Well, Bob and Benny, you know, these guys had a lot of time to work on these cars since that last race. And Carl's son, Rick, told me that one of the things they did with this car right here is that they had to move the shock mounts because they found out last time they were running Penske shocks and the car was bottoming out. So they changed the shock mounts so they could get greater stroke on the travel of the shock. They also found out, you remember that fantastic finish we showed you at the top of this race? Well, Carl had a right rear tire going down for about the last 30 laps. He didn't want to say anything on the radio because he didn't want anyone else to know. In fact, before they changed the shocks on this car, Rick Trimmer was ready to sell it. They tried a lot of shocks. They put Penske shocks on it. Now he has no intention of selling it, and he's hoping this car can get his dad to victory lane in a $5,000 bonus here today.
See those stickers there on the top of his car? Each one of those, representing a win here at Tucson Raceway Park. Now, the one on the far left, the end, you can't see it real well. It is not what we originally thought it was. It appeared to us to be a surfer carrying a surfboard and a slash through it, but that's not what it is at all.
What is it?
I don't know. Anyway, what is it, Bill?
What it is, it's last year when he won the Sun Belt Championship, they still had several local events to go. So Rick put that on the car, and what it is, it shows a construction worker holding a plank over his head and sweating, and it has that red circle with a line through it showing no pressure because the pressure was off because Carl already won the championship. But you could mistake that for a surfboard.
With Sean Monroe's coming back on the racetrack, it looks like.
Yep, his car is at the exit of the pit area ready to rejoin the field when the time comes. But there is a lot of cleanup that still goes on out at the scene of the crash in the middle of the backstretch here at Tucson Raceway Park. Back with more in just a moment.
Do you want to make more money? Of course, we all do. To find out how easy it is to train at home for a better career. Just get a pencil and paper right now and write down this toll-free number. There's absolutely no obligation. At ICS, more than 10 million men and women have trained for job promotions and new careers without ever setting foot inside a classroom. And now, at home in your spare time, you can get your career diploma or even your degree. Choose from any one of these courses. high school TV VCR repair, computer programming, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, learning the personal computer, electrician, legal assistant, animal care specialist, interior decorating, child daycare, medical office assistant, computer-assisted bookkeeping, small business management, medical transcriptionist, catering and gourmet cooking, electronics, air conditioning repair, dental assistant, hotel restaurant management, fitness and nutrition, PC repair, or get your degree. You can major in business management or accounting. Compare your present salary with the money you could be making in any one of these careers. They'll be repeated for you at the end of this commercial, so have your pencil ready to jot down the course you're most interested in. Then call the ICS toll-free number, and we'll send you one of these exciting career packs absolutely free. Your career pack explains how easy it is to study at home, tells you about the many opportunities available to people who train through ICS to get better jobs. And that's not all. You'll also see the exciting learning materials included in your course at no extra cost. They make it easy and fun to train for that better career. Just get a pencil and paper right now and write down this toll-free number. There's absolutely no obligation. Here are those courses again, so call today for free information.
Call now for free information with no obligation. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career to make more money or advance in your present job. Call 1-800-427-0195. Operators on duty now to send you free information. Choose any one of these exciting careers. That's 1-800-427-0195. Call now.
ESPN2's Speed World Series at Tucson Raceway Park here for the third and final race of the Winston Challenge Series for 1996 and 97. Well, in about 18 minutes from right now, we'll be joining women's college basketball as WAC rivals will be battling for the first time as foes. SMU, led by forward Kim Brandy. New Mexico has 4 starters back from last year. 5 o'clock Eastern Time, about 18 minutes from right now here on the Deuce. New Mexico and SMU. Let's take a look at the top 10 as they stand during our red flag here with Greg Biffle. He has led every lap so far, has never been challenged seriously.
No, and Trimmer trying to win the $5,000 Winston Challenge. He and Grosskreutzer tied for the lead in points, and they're right now running second and third in battle to battle. Nose to nose, nose to tail. What am I trying to say?
Well, whatever.
There we go, 6 through 10. John Sewell, Dennis Fetter, Sean Woodside. Although he was involved in that crash, we'll have to see how badly his car was injured. Aaron Newport and Darren Shaw, look at that. Moved from the provisional up to the 10th spot.
Good job by the guy who won the qualifying race here before we came on the air. Well, 126 laps have been completed. And there was a minor fuel spillage, of course. Some fuel leaked out of John Borneman's car when it turned upside down. So they washed that off with water, and now they have the jet dryer out there drying up the wet spot. And it shouldn't be too much longer before we're able to go back to racing.
Let's see what... Hey, Greg Biffle, this is Benny Parsons. Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you, Benny.
This delay, is it bothering you as much as it is me?
Yes, very much so.
I thought so. You want this thing to be over, don't you?
I want to be over and be in victory lane. I hope I can stay here.
But have you looked in the rearview mirror lately?
Yeah, I see that big yellow car back there.
And he knows something about getting around this racetrack, don't he?
Yeah, it does. I was pulling out pretty good on those restarts, you know. They told me don't pick the throttle up to the green flies, and I feel that's what I'm doing. You know, my crew chief's telling me green, and then, you know, I'm shifting gears. We're out of there. But the officials are getting pretty hard on me. You know, they say they're going to spank me if I don't start slower. So I just been easing the throttle down, then the guy's up beside me. But I don't think that's going to be beneficial in this start.
No, I don't think that's going to be very beneficial to let that 74 get beside of you.
Yeah, so when that green flies, you'll see this thing, black machine moving.
Well, okay, go to it.
Cars are moving once again. More on Greg Biffle from Bill.
Well, they pulled away now, but Benny, did he get into what he had on the back bumper of that car earlier today when we saw in the first 75 laps?
No, he didn't get into that.
No, he had a sticker back there that said, "How am I doing, BP?" That's a fax number, but they changed that. Now it says, "Hi, Larry, see you in July," or something. So, Benny, you're only good for the first 75 laps. You only want to know how he was doing in the first half of the race. He's going to race the second half on his own.
You mean I got knocked off the rear bumper?
You did, at the halftime. See, you know, have a halftime break, and they changed the sponsor. See, now, that could be something we might see in the future, you know, changing sponsors halfway through the race.
That's unheard of, isn't it? Okay, let's take a quick break before we get back to racing here. With 126 of 150 laps to go, Biffle, the leader of the race. Trevor right now leads the points for the championship.
If you're a real car enthusiast, you should be reading Auto Week every week. For true car lovers, once a month is not enough.
Auto Week has the latest news because it's a weekly. You can stay up on top of everything.
All the new models, concept cars, SUVs, even collector cars are in Auto Week every week.
Auto Week will give you information on new models that really isn't available anywhere else.
All the racing news and analysis you could ever want when it's still hot.
I'm into going racing with my buddies, and Auto Week gives us information to talk about before it's old news. Anything with wheels, Auto Week has.
Call 1-800-232-1502 now for a full year of Auto Week at the lowest price ever. Just $19.95 for 52 big issues.
If you're as serious about cars as I am, you've got to be reading Auto Week.
Call 1-800-232-1502 for the lowest price ever on Auto Week. Call now to get Auto Week every week.
If you only had time for one car magazine, Auto Week would be the one to read.
Call now.
You're lucky. When you screw up, you're not stuck in a box. Islanders, Rangers, tomorrow at 7:30. ESPN2, lucky you.
ESPN News. Peterson, he doesn't even know what ESPN is. I was like, you watch ESPN News? He was like, what? He doesn't even know what ESPN stands for. ESPN stands for, like, it's like sports in Spanish, right?
Bob Jenkins, Benny Parsons, and Bill Weber back at Tucson Raceway Park, about to resume the last half of this race. 126 laps have been completed. Tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time from Madison Square Garden, it's the Islanders against the New York Rangers. Rangers, of course, led by Wayne Gretzky, who's third in the league in scoring with 59 points, and Mark Messier, who's playing well of late with 45 points. 7:30 Eastern Time tomorrow. It's the Islanders against the Rangers. Fire on ice here on the Deuce.
Cars are moving. We can see them. And look at there.
Hey, there's the CarQuest tether cam once again, about 50 feet up in the air, looking over this facility. Tethercam Systems Incorporated are the owners of this, about 2 years old. They're based in Melbourne, Florida, and in Ottawa, Canada. And John Hayes is operating the camera from down here on the ground, but that gives us a nice overhead view of this facility.
I don't guess that's a John Hayes I know from Wilkes County, North Carolina.
I doubt it.
No, probably not. You know, the NASCAR officials at this racetrack, all winter heats, have done a terrific job. And one of them is not here today, and we want to say a special hello to Bill Barr, one of the NASCAR race officials. He had some surgery. He's home watching the show and seeing how the other officials do the job. And Bill, wish you were here.
And a good friend of our director, Mike Wells, Gary No, is not feeling well up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So get well soon, both of you.
And one of our aides in the booth, Larry Miles, handed me a note saying hello to the Briggs family in the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what that's all about, but anyway,
they're
hello
watching.
to the Briggs family. All right.
Well, we're going to get down to it here before long, huh?
Let's give away some money.
Yeah, let's decide who's going to win this championship here.
Give away some money.
$5,000 still up for grabs. Whoever finishes better, either Carl Trimmer or Mark Grosskreutz, is going to walk off with the cash.
And there they are, the yellow car is Trimmer. The red car is Grosskreutz. Right now, the yellow car, Trimmer, has the money. The $5,000. Biffle will get about $3 grand for winning, plus he will get some money for finishing right now, I think, in third spot if the race continues on. So, looks like he could have a $5,000 payday. So, but we got to run some more laps to decide it.
That's for sure, and anything can happen. They are still cleaning up over on the backstretch. It's going to be just a couple of more laps before we go green. We'll take another quick break and be right back.
ready for more. More action, more danger, more impact. Well, your wait is over. The hottest, most intense, extreme Crash Impact of Crash Impact 2. 70 minutes of explosive, heart-stopping crash action. You have to see to believe. All new crashes from Superbike, Harley Series, drag racing, stock cars, sprint cars, Supercross, Indy cars, flat track, and more. All jam-packed on 2 tapes for only $19.95. Order now and get absolutely free. The new Extreme Sports Virtual Reality, featuring insane extreme sports from around the world like you've never seen before. You'll get the all-new Crash Impact 2, plus the Extreme Sports Video free. 3 tapes that'll blow you away. Guaranteed or your money back.
To order, call 1-800-719-7711. That's 1-800-719-7711. Or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping and handling to the address on your screen.
Welcome back to Tucson Raceway Park. Well, the cleanup is completed in the backstretch, but apparently down there where some of the cars were stopped in turn 1, some car has leaked some oil or other fluid on the racetrack, so now they're down there trying to put the oil dry down. They move away from that location, however, and should be just a couple of more minutes.
Oh, look at Trimmer run through that stuff. Ooh, Carl, you don't want to do that. I mean, really, that stuff gets on the tires, and when you go down in turn 1, they won't stick, so you'll notice that most of the leaders will not drive through that oil dry.
There's also some right there where the big accident occurred on the backstretch. Well, Trimmer is second right now to Greg Biffle. Mark Grosskreutz is running in third. Henry is fourth. Sweatman fifth. Then Sewell, Fetter, Woodside, and Newport. But Woodside he's out there, but of course lost several laps during the red flag, and will restart at the rear of the field, or near the rear of the field. One more lap to go, and we'll be back at it.
All right, we're going to decide who's going to win the money.
We got 24 laps to go here.
These guys are screaming, "Show me the money." You saw the movie?
No, I didn't, but obviously you did.
I did, yes.
You must have liked it, too. Huh?
Very much so.
Now, let's watch the restart. Remember what Trimmer's been doing. Getting on the gas early as soon as the green comes out, headed for the bottom. He does it again, but this time Biffle gets the better jump.
Biffle chose to go in the corner below the oil dry. Here comes Trimmer. He's right on the back bumper of Biffle.
Never today have we seen Greg Biffle challenged. He's always run off from the field during any restart, but this time Trimmer keeps him in sight, although now Biffle begins to stretch it out a little bit.
It just takes a lap or two, and Greg Biffle's starting to get away, but now can Grosskreutz at 72 make a challenge?
Grosskreutz making no effort for the challenge. As a matter of fact, he may have a challenge himself from Terry Henry, who's running in 4th spot.
And he does right now. The 33 car, Terry Henry, goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Can't get by.
So Grosskreutz not able to challenge Trimmer at the moment. With 20 laps to go when they come by this time. 20 more laps to go. Right now, Greg Biffle, the leader of the race, and Carl Trimmer is in command of the championship. $5,000 will go to the winner of the Winston Challenge Series.
Now we'll see if Grosskreutz, his car seems to be a little bit better, has seemed a little bit better on the long runs today than Trimmer's. Let's see if it holds true when it comes down to the money.
Second, third, and fourth with 18 more laps to go. Carl Trimmer, 57 years of age, has been driving race cars for 38 of the 75, the 57.
Grosskreutz is there. He's closed up on the back bumper.
And a spin off of corner 4. Another caution. It's David Pook again in just about the same area of the racetrack that he spun in before. He keeps moving. And this will be hopefully a brief caution.
There we see Pook driving away in a 6 car.
David has finished 12th and 25th in the 2 races that we have had so far, and he was running 14th when he spun just a few seconds ago. So another restart here and another opportunity for Carl Trimmer to possibly get the lead from Greg Biffle, and one more lap and we'll go green again. Don't forget women's basketball coming up here as soon as we conclude this race. Looks like we're going to go a little past 5 o'clock Eastern time, but we'll get to the basketball game just as quickly as we can. Pace car pulling off, getting set for green flag once again. Green waves. Everybody's scrambling for position.
Boy, Biffle is not wanting to see these caution flags, because in a lap or two he's able to put some distance on Carl Trimmer, but he can't that first lap.
13 laps to go. Sweatman is the one trying to make a move now on Terry Henry. Sweatman in the orange car, Henry in black. And that would be the battle for 4 spots. Sweatman looking good down there on the bottom.
And he does have the spot.
Yep.
And here comes Chris Trickle, the 70 car. Now, he is a few laps down. And this is not a battle for position with the 33 car.
Yeah, Chris is about 3 laps down, running in, let's see, the 14th position. Well, there is no battle right now, Benny, up front among those contesting either the race win or the championship. As a matter of fact, Mark Grosskreutz here is standing to lose a position or 2 as Sweatman tries to move into 3rd position.
It takes Grosskreutz a lap or 2 to get his car going. See, he's getting a little bit closer to the 74.
And a spin. John Sewell sideways. Several others also get sideways here on the main straightaway right at the start-finish line. I don't think anybody hit anybody else, but there were a lot of cars that spun. David Pook is down here once again. Craig Rodman and the 90 car of Darren Shaw. John Sewell was the one that got hit and started all that melee. He spun around and kept going. Looks like that Rodman, well, there he's going again. I didn't think maybe the car would fire, but he's all right. Pace car comes out. Safety vehicles also come out. So we still are 8 laps away from the finish of this race. And again, the championship is still up for grabs. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
Roll into Pep Boys right now and get a full set of 4 70,000-mile tires for just $169. That's any size, any 4 70,000-mile tires in stock for just $169 at Pep Boys now.
I've had a computer for a couple of years now, but to be honest, I didn't see what all the fuss was about. Then I got America Online. Now I use it all the time. It makes my life easier. Watch. Use email to send messages to family and friends. Point and click your way around the internet with America Online's great new web browser. And there's more. Scan hundreds of magazines, get sports scores, enjoy hobbies, even shop online.
New unlimited internet and America Online for one low price.
At Tucson, and these laps under caution are counting. They will complete lap 144 here. We do have a safety vehicle out on the racetrack putting down some oil dry on the front straightaway. There were several cars that spun down here at the start-finish line, and it all began with John Sewell.
No. It all began when the one car blew up.
Ah, okay.
Jerry gave the one car. We see him. That's why they're putting the oil dry down. He spins, and all these other cars got in the fuel. Look at David Pugh. See him in the 6 car. He's in the oil, and around he goes.
Okay.
So that's what caused it. And now the NASCAR officials are putting down some oil dry just to soak up. Watch this, and you'll see it clearly on the speed shot. See it blowing up?
Right. Sewell spinning around. There's Fetter and Rodman. Here comes David Pook.
Yeah, so actually you can see the oil on the racetrack.
Yep. So, 5 laps to go now.
But the race will not end on the caution flag.
Correct. Well, it's just about 5 o'clock Eastern time. Coming up right after our race, NCAA women's basketball, New Mexico against Southern Methodist University. I don't think the field got the 1 more to go signal that time, did they? No, the lights on the pace car are still burning, so it'll be at least 1 more lap before they get the 1 more lap to go sign. Well, Carl Trimmer looks pretty good right now, doesn't he, Benny?
Yes,
and again, these cautions are not helping the situation.
They're helping Carl Trimmer. They're not helping anybody else but Carl Trimmer because his car looks to be really good for a lap or 2, and Grosskreutz takes a few laps to get his car going. And once again,
no indication for 1 more to go, so...
and the amazing thing about it is the pace car did not drive up on the oil dry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see the NASCAR officials are having some trouble getting the lineup correct for the restart.
Okay.
So that's what that's all about. Next time around, there we see the signal coming out the window. 1 lap to go.
Yep.
Next time by.
They will get the green flag on the 148th lap. This will complete 147 here, and then they will complete 148 and get the green flag. It'll be green, white, and checkered.
And you see the oil dry, the white stuff on the racetrack. Biffle and Carl Trimmer both trying to weave the car back and forth to clear the debris off those tires. So when they go down in turn 1, the tires will be clear of the debris and they'll be able to stick. Next time by, green flag.
It's Greg Biffle in the lead, Carl Trimmer second, then Mark Grosskreutz, Tom Sweatman, and Terry Henry. Those are your top 5, and the pace car is about to exit the racetrack. Green flag, here we go. Grosskreutz does not get a real good start.
Trimmer gets a great start, but Biffle able to keep him behind him.
Yep. Pulling out to a 2-car length advantage.
White flag this time.
1 more lap to go in the Winston Challenge Series for 1997, 96, 97. Greg Biffle showing the way. And Carl Trimmer in second position is headed for the championship. Here's the checkered flag. Biffle wins the race, and Carl Trimmer is the 1996-97 Winston Challenge Series champion in a crash at the checkered flag as Sean Woodside, the 15 of Aaron Newport, and the 2 of Craig Rodman all get together. Wow.
Wow. I bet Greg Biffle thought this thing would never, ever end.
Well, he was just totally in control. He wins $3,000, Greg Biffle does, for winning the race. He led every lap, finished 3rd in the final Winston Challenge points standings. His finishes here at Tucson in the Winston Challenge Series were 15th, 1st, and 1st. Here are the top 10 finishes. Grosskreutz comes home 3rd, Sweatman was 4th, and Henry 5th. Then 6 through 10, Dennis Fetter, Darren Shaw, Aaron Newport, Sean Woodside, and John Sewell. And here are the final point standings, BP.
There was our winner, Carl Trimmer. Coming and finishing second would be Mark Grosskreutz, Greg Biffle, Dennis Fetter, Sean Monroe. That's the top 5. Paul Bangart finishing 6th. Tom Sweatman, Tony Izzo, Charles Utz, and John Sewell. And you know,
we got time for a quick word with the champion, Carl Trimmer, Bill.
And he still sits in his car. A big hand for Carl Trimmer, a local favorite here at Tucson. congratulations on winning the Winston Challenge. A great race.
Well, thank you. I kind of messed up last time. I need to say hello to my mother. She's in a rest home up in Michigan. Hi, Mom.
You had a lot of those young guys chasing the veteran here, Carl. You had a great run.
Well, we was a little too loose the first half, and second half we put rears on again, and it got a little better, but I think we could improve on it.
Well, he's never satisfied, but he is the Winston Challenge winner. Bob Jenkins.
Next week, we'll be back here for the kickoff of the 1997 Winston West Series for the NASCAR Stock Cars. We hope that you will join us then. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Now let's go to Jim Durham.